The daily worship service and business of this Episcopal convention went on as usual this morning in the midst of what many here called one of the most unusual moments in the church's history. Yesterday afternoon, the House of Bishops abruptly put off the final vote that would have elevated Gene Robinson as the first openly gay bishop.
Questions have been raised and brought to my attention regarding the bishop-elect of the Diocese of New Hampshire.
A Vermont man accused Robinson of inappropriate touching, and separately, Robinson was alleged to have been connected to a website with some links to pornography. That triggered what church leaders called an automatic investigation, unprecedented and sobering to many bishops like Rhode Island's Geraldine Wolfe.
Initially, we were numb. We just couldn't get over that this had happened. None of us could anticipate this. We also moved to the point where we realized how vulnerable each of us was, that times had changed dramatically, and any of us could receive an email making an accusation, and that each of us in our own way and in our own time, in fact, had received some accusations, usually not of a sexual nature, but of all kinds of different things. And so in that sense of vulnerability, we were hushed.
For his part, conservative theologian and vocal Robinson opponent Kendall Harmon called for a fair hearing.
This is a community based on trust. This is the Church of Christ. And we live in a society where there's the presumption of innocence. So I want to say that right up front. The other thing that we need to say is that as a church, we need to take any allegations very seriously. Everybody in this room is well aware of the terrible situation in which the Roman Catholic Church finds itself. And if there were anything to these allegations and they weren't investigated, everybody here knows that the charge of cover-up would be quickly hurled at the church.
Amid speculation that the investigation could last longer than this week's convention, this afternoon there was another unexpected turn. Gordon Scruton, the Vermont bishop leading the inquiry, announced its findings. Robinson had said they were confident he'd be cleared, but Bishop Stephen Charleston, president of the Episcopal Divinity School in Massachusetts, said the last-minute allegations marred the process.
What is unsettling is the kind of feeling of a political quality to this, that it would be in perhaps some ways deliberate rather than just coincidental. I think that's the most unsettling and troubling effect that will linger far beyond what we're going to experience over the next day or two.
Late this afternoon, the House of Bishops began the debate they were expected to have started 24 hours earlier.